started a high school academic Saturday program for those children who were behind the parents, not educators.
Right.
We got the educators to work with us for free, and we took the kids to college trips, which we still do.
Right.
And because of that, the teachers would come and say, well, the children who come, what are you doing on Saturdays that we're not doing Monday through Fridays? Because now the gangbangers who came through my house and lived in the neighborhood are starting to change an attitude. Because we were not talking about that. They brought value to the building, so we started on that premise. Every child's worthy, and every child brings value, and every home has value, no matter what the constructs look like. So we were not trying to be judgmental because we live in the community and we understand.
Right.
So my problem is when you say graphics, and let me first say, let me commend you for the work you're doing, is also saying I'm sorry that you lost your brother. But after you leave a school, like New York City's not doing so well.
Right.
And unfortunately, we couldn't keep your superintendent over there that we have here. How does that work when you leave a school in terms of the capacity to make sure that that construct continues in a positive manner? After the money runs out, the funding runs out, what happens to the child in the school at that point? Because I'm not sure if segregating the kids is the best answer, because you still haven't solved the root of the problem. I personally fought against that here in Newark to pull the kids, so-called bad kids, out and send them in an alternative program that did not match the program that the other children got. Because we live in a community that said we got to keep them here and deal with the problem and show them that they have to live amongst us and we live with them.
Right.
So therefore, we need to change some attitudes and find out what's really happening. If they're hungry, if they're homeless, whatever. So that's what I'm trying to ask you. What happens after you leave them when the money goes?
So, and that's a very good, there's a few questions in there and some comments. So first let me say this. When the money run out with graphics, there is no money with graphics. I started this program in 2002. In 2003, I'm sorry, I was released from prison in 2002. I started this program in 2003, doing this program in the evenings and working in the daytime. From 2003 to today, the graphics program has taken in $347 in donations and funding. I run graphics from my pocket. So when the money runs out, the program is still there. Because initially when I decided to start this program, my personal mission statement was absence of funding doesn't necessarily mean absence of service. Just sitting outside at a table for the book fair, a young lady came up to me who was an educator in Newark Public Schools. She asked me the same question, a question sort of similar to yours. And my answer was this to her. Sometimes segregation is good, and I'll share with you why. Graphics works with the student population that we serve because we give those kids a realistic picture of what success looks like. Let me borrow your imagination. A picture of Barack Obama may be on the wall behind me. It's one thing to say to a child, yes, we've arrived, dream, you can be anything you want to be. Look, we now have a black president. My program is in 15 schools in the city of New York right now.